Hey, I'm Jason.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jason.
And we're Poor Decisions Live.
Jinx. Nice, nice. So Penelope just released their Cigar Sessions Chapter 1, and we thought it'd be kind of fun to basically do a blind vertical. We haven't tasted the Penelope. We've actually just cracked the Ironroot. So really the only one I've had in this bunch is the Magnus.
I've had the Ironroot before. This is
I had
my second bottle.
Okay. So we're going to taste these three blind, and the only way we could do that, since there's three of us, is pour them and basically mix them up. And so we're not going to be drinking the same, at least I don't think we are, pour at the same time. But I also like that because it doesn't influence our tasting notes. If I say I taste something, you don't know that you're drinking the same thing, so you might not want to fall in line. But anything else?
No, I guess at the end we'll reveal which one is which and what our tasting notes were and how they ranked each of us.
Right.
Yeah.
And what I know I mentioned it briefly, but so what we're working with here is the Joseph A. Magnus Cigar Blend, Penelope's new release, Cigar Sessions Chapter 1, and our local distillery, Ironroot Harbinger Cigar Blend. So,
Cigar blends today.
cigar blends. And cigars.
And cigars.
Cigars. I've got me a Padron Natural 90th, one of my favorite cigars.
I'm smoking my father's Maduro.
And I'm going with the Padron Natural 1964 Soberano.
Soberano.
Soberano, yeah. Yeah.
All
All right, so should we dive in?
Let's dive in.
Let's
All
dive.
right.
All right, I'm gonna go left to right here.
Me too.
So this one kind of a little lighter than the others.
Mine's yeah, I'm clearly drinking something different because I've got a
Yeah.
pretty rich mahogany, dark amber color.
Mm.
On the nose, it's fantastic.
Mm. Well, I'm not sure which one this one is, but it is delicious. Wow.
I like that.
Yeah.
It is really, really good. So this first one I'm tasting, I get the nose really isn't overpowering. Just kind of a little bit of dark fruit, a little bit of sweet, but the flavor is just that amplified. The one I'm getting. So
This one is very viscous. Yeah.
I'm liking this, but a lot of times my palate is just very unrefined. It's hard for me to pick out anything.
Really.
I mean, I can tell, yes, I like it.
This
But
one's warm. And,
But a lot of times, if I don't know what I'm supposed to be tasting, I don't taste it. But if I can read on it and then I say, oh, this has got apricot, and I can say, oh yeah, I can taste the apricot. But when I'm trying to pinpoint it, it's hard for me to do that.
I'm probably gonna leave some and go back and backtrack.
that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. This one I'm noticing I'm getting
So far,
on the exhale.
that's my first choice.
Butterscotch.
Really?
Yeah, I'm almost getting a little butterscotch on the exhale on this one. It's real. Yeah, we'll have to compare it at the end. So yeah, this one's much darker than the first offering I had. And the nose is definitely more pronounced.
I'll say for all cigar finishes, I'm a huge fan. So I get everything I want off the nose, everything. I mean,
Yeah.
these are different. The first one I had was a it had a much more a pronounced nose on it. Red fruits, kind of.
See, that's what I'm at
thick.
now. I think.
Yeah,
I think
see,
I'm gonna add the same one you had.
That's what I'm
first.
getting too, and I'm getting a little bit of cinnamon almost in it too. A little bit more oak.
Mm-hmm.
You might be drinking the same thing.
We might be, but I'm getting. It's definitely the darker of them, and it's.
Ooh.
What? Yeah.
This is
Dark
tasty.
fruit and cinnamon. Yeah, it is. This one's. Yeah.
And we're probably all over the map, and this is probably not a fun watch because we're talking about different. But
Talking about different ones.
yeah,
but
welcome to us thinking out loud.
Scary as long as we don't talk and answer ourselves.
Yeah. Was that bad? But this one is definitely sweeter. It you know, I'm not gonna fault it. It doesn't have a huge nose on it. There's just kind of a honey and then like a baking spice, and then the flavor is, it delivers.
I think I'm where you are now as well. 'Cause I just tried my third one.
I'm thinking
I'm getting baking spice on that.
I'm moving this to.
Definitely a little honey.
I'll leave them this way right now, and then I'll
And go back through.
Yeah, this one is I think my favorite now.
I think this last one I've got, there's a little bit more lingering burn than the other two. Just this last one I've got, it's definitely, it's not bad. It's just it's a nice glow. Just kind of keeps on going.
Warms the cockles.
Warms the cockles.
So leader in the clubhouse nose wise is the first one for me. And that could be the second one for you. I don't know. And it could be the same one.
We'll find out when we're done.
My second one's best nose. My first one is probably the lightest on the nose, but it's probably one of the better flavors. This one, it's kind of balanced on both ends of it, the front end and back end. I kind of like that glow at the end though. I think I can pick them out by manufacturer.
Yeah,
I think I can.
I've got more fruit on number 2. I mean, they're all got a fruit finish, but the first one I had was a little more. It's not as full. Number 2, the second one, or not number 2, the second one I drank was a little more dark fruit, a lot more fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And now this next one I'm getting is a fruit bomb compared to. I mean, they've just gone up in flavor profile.
Yeah. Whereas this one for me, the first one I had, it's the lightest color of them. It's probably got the thinnest nose, but the flavors are really nice on it. I really like them. It's not punch you in the face. You get that dark fruit. You know,
This
just
one
a hint of oak.
This one has a little bit of oak, maybe some fig.
Yeah, and then at the very end on this first one, on the XL, I get it's like a hint of butterscotch for me. Now that middle one, the darkest one for me, definitely the most pronounced nose. Flavors, I get the dark fruit, kind of almost like a cinnamon. I wouldn't necessarily say baked, so it's more cinnamony.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good mouthfeel on it, lingering
I think
lingering flavor.
That might be the same.
Yeah, and then the third one, that's where I'm getting more of the baking spice, the dark fruit baking spice, not as much oak as the darker one that I had. A little bit less oak, a little less oak flavor, but it's really balanced. It's kind of hard for me to pick. I think it really comes down to a pairing.
Yeah.
A pairing thing for me.
Or break it down to the best 2 and then or pairing with the cigar.
Well, if I'm gonna pair, like I'm smoking a Maduro right now, I think this one holds up best to this cigar. if I was smoking, call it a Diamond Crown, you know, or a Connecticut,
Very smooth cigar.
a smooth cigar, I think I would go for this lighter one right here. This one's just it's in the middle for me. It's good. It's balanced, but it's just
So the nose on all of them has opened up going back through for me.
yeah.
Like there's a lot more complexity to all of them than the first go around.
I almost want to run
Almost
and
a
drop
honey.
water to them and see what they.
And there's almost a honey on this lighter one too.
So do we know the age state? The Penelope is 6 year. Is that right?
I believe so.
The Ironroot, and of course you got climate in Texas, so it takes 2 years to get.
Yeah.
6 years of aging.
Yeah.
The age on that is. Let's see if it says anything on here. I do not
I
see
think
it.
they write it on the front, but I'm not sure. No.
Yeah, I don't see an age statement.
I mean, it can't be more than. I mean, I'd be surprised if it was in excess of 3 years. But again, that's in dog years. That's
Maybe
like a
4.
9-year age. And it's funny because, like you, Jason, I think I don't know that I can pick all three. I think I can pick that one, and I think it's because Texas whiskeys have a tendency to take on oak characteristics.
Yes, they do, and you definitely get more oak out of that.
And
And even now that I'm looking at it, looking at the bottles, it looks like it is the darker juice. But you know, I would say, in my opinion, I think this is the Penelope, this is the Ironroot, and this is the Joseph Magnus. I'm having a really hard time picking my second place because they're different. I think if I'm correct, and this is the Joseph Magnus, then it is that classic cigar blend. It's got all the flavors. But when I compare it to the other two, there's something different about each of them that's kind of intriguing to me. I like what I think is the Harbinger quite a bit. It's got more to it.
Yeah, I think I've got them.
And then the Penelope, if I'm correct, the Penelope, to me, the interesting thing about it is the flavors are not what I typically would associate with a cigar blend. You know, and I know there's no written formula for what makes a cigar blend.
Right.
It's just, and that's an important thing to note, you know, because they can be all over the place. It's just, you know, one of the big guys out there is the Joseph Magnus, and that to me has always kind of been my prototypical. Here's the flavor profiles that I kind of expect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
in a
always
cigar
set with
blend.
that. I wish we could have thrown Tanager in there.
Yeah.
Pitted Nancy Fraley against herself.
That or the Lasso Motel Darts would have been nice
Yeah.
to have it's a cigarette blend, but it's same
Yeah.
motif.
Yeah. All right. So I honestly feel like I have a 1 and then tied for second. Like I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of there too, because they're just different enough.
Well, it depends what I wanted. Like I said, if I'm thinking that this year would be better for a lighter cigar. This year would be good for a little fuller
body.
flavor,
Yeah.
medium to full, and then this is I think favorite, and I think this is the Penelope. This is the Joseph Magnus, and this is the Ironroot.
All right. So I'm going.
Go back and
All right. So I here's what I think. Okay, I kind of feel like
that's good. I got more.
I'm telling you, it's
Stop
hard.
drinking it.
It's hard.
I-
It really is hard.
I drank some of this one, then I drank back to this one, and this one, it's just changed
Alright.
the flavors. for
So-
me. It just,
yeah. Look, the good news is they're all good.
Yes, they
Um,
are.
All three are extremely poor decisions.
Uh,
But I've gone ahead and ranked. I feel. I feel like I've picked. I mean, I haven't had two of them, so I don't. I'm going on, other
Well,
stuff in their
Your
line.
taste now. I mean, what is it? I mean,
I think the one I picked best overall is probably the Penelope. I think the second one I picked was, I think it was the Ironroot, and then third, and really tied for second, is the Joseph Magnus. But
yeah. See, I really thought that this was the Joseph Magnus, and that was my favorite. And then I had a sip of that, and had a sip of this, which I think this is the Penelope. And after I had a sip of that with Penelope, it changed my view on it. I thought.
So I've kind of rearranged mine too a little bit, having gone through now, 4 times.
right.
It is lighter, but I just think this flavor profile it'll go with a whole lot more.
Gotcha.
I just think it does. It's a little bit lighter. I don't know if it holds up to the Maduro quite as well as this darker one, but it's got great flavors, and every time I've gone back to it, I'm picking out something else.
But you know what? Honestly, all three of these are really close because I don't like them all.
I like them all too.
Yeah.
There's not I would pass on any three of those. So I had a chance right now to buy one of these bottles.
So should we see what we got?
I'm going. My final ranking is number 1, number 3, and then number 2.
Okay, mine is number 2. That was Joseph. All right. Well, I flip flopped. So I had Magnus 1, Ironroot 2, and Penelope 3.
And so we were reversed on 1 and 3. Well, we both picked.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
So that's your order also?
No. I don't know.
Well, now you know what they are.
I do, but I already had. I already
that's
had.
cheating. Yeah.
I already had.
Feel
my
free
order.
to comment.
Right.
But my order was this was number 1, and then I went back to this, and I would say these are almost tied. I think the Penelope
Right.
and the Magnus, to
Right.
me, are really close. That even being lighter, it just. But it's hard. And I like
There you go.
I like the Ironroot as well.
All right.
Yeah, that's the tough thing about it. Yeah, we had 3 great bottles, great pours here. I think the lesson to be learned here is there is a lot of variety within the cigar blend moniker.
Right.
And I think just like a lot of others that we taste.
And there's no set standard for a cigar blend.
There's not.
They put a cigar blend name on the bottle,
Right.
and that's what it
Right.
now is. So
And
But-
I think it, in my mind, it really comes down to one, pairings, because we are talking cigar blend, so it does. I am a firm believer. If I've got a real punch you in the face cigar, I don't want to lose my bourbon,
Right.
and vice versa.
Right.
So it's kind of an individual thing on 2 levels. 1, the pairing, and then 2, what are the flavor profiles that best fit your palate. I get a lot of cinnamon and dark fruit with this. I get baking spice and dark fruit, a little bit more towards that buttery on the Joseph Magnus.
Right.
But the Penelope for me is different.
it is.
It seems lighter up
and
front.
you are smoking Maduro.
And I am smoking
And
Maduro.
so, and my Padron 1926 90th, to me, was the perfect cigar for any 3 of those.
Yeah.
And that's why I like the cigar so
What-
much.
Well, yeah, you can't go wrong.
And I think maybe that's why when I first tasted this, I thought maybe it was a little too, it didn't have enough. But
Yes. But when I went
But
back,
as I've gone back to it,
it
you know,
opened up more.
right.
And even after more so when I think tasted the other bourbons and had some other flavors, it changed.
yeah.
Right.
So,
Well, I think as we were talking about, I think all three are poor decisions in a good way. I'm not sure how readily available the Ironroot is, but it's definitely a different take
Well,
on
yeah,
the cigar blend.
They're not making that batch anymore. I
Yeah,
don't think.
so we keep bringing the unobtainium to the masses, which is good.
You know what I want to do?
But they're all good.
I'm gonna.
We should probably. No,
Sorry.
that's all right.
I'm gonna take all three.
and of course, he's going to tell us that's really good, and then we're going to want to do it.
Right. Anyway.
That was You know that there's the purists out there, but when you blend, you get so many flavors all together. It's a flavor bomb.
Nice.
Alright, so I got to try it. I knew that would happen.
You got a lot in that one. I had just a little bit in that one glass.
Well, I tried to make it
Even, yeah.
even.
That's
Well,
why I picked the glass. I had small less of. I could just take a little bit of the other ones and. Pretty good. You want to sip of that one?
Oh, okay.
You've already finished
You're
yours.
good. I'm
yeah.
good.
Well, hey,
Honestly, I would put that number one.
Well, you're getting all the flavors.
You're getting all of them, and,
Yes.
and it's equally mixed. But yeah, I think we got three great bottles here. I think they're all good pour decisions. I think it's just going to come down to your personal flavor profile. Hopefully, some of the tasting notes we gave will help. You pick the one that best goes with your palate, and maybe the cigars that you like to pair. But I think that
Wrap it up.
wraps it up.
Hey, thank you for watching Pour Decisions Live.
Drink responsibly. Thanks for watching.